Alright guys, so we are back for the last video with Dad. The last video of his 2.5, almost 3 weeks of being here, his keto journey, his resistance training journey, all of that stuff. So we're just going to do a little overview of what he's lost, how he's feeling, all that. I'm going to go over some of his actual numbers and things, and then I'm going to leave it up to him to kind of fill you guys in on the rest of it. I'll ask him some questions and have him answer. I told him to be super honest with you guys because I think it's really important that you see a real person's perspective and a real person's view of like what's going on with their body. I was not a part of the YouTube when I very first started my journey, so all I can do is tell you what I did in the past, but it's cool to see someone who's able to go through it right now and see the difference and tell you guys about it. So, how you doing today?
Fantastic.
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 All right, so here are some of his numbers. His ketones have looked great. His glucose has looked great. Everything is perfect and exactly where it needs to be. Measurements, okay, last week he had lost 4 inches in total. This week he has lost 2 inches in total. So altogether, since he's been here, he has lost 6 inches in his entire body. I think that's absolutely amazing. I'm really proud of him for all of that. He's also been resistance training, so he's building muscle as he's losing his body fat as well. So the last time we got on here, he had lost, I think it was like 5.8 pounds, and he has lost 2 more pounds. However, we gave him salt pork, and if you have ever had salt pork, you kind of know that it has a lot of salt in it. So one day he woke up after having the salt pork and had his weight was higher because he was retaining more water. Very normal. People get very upset about this, but he was like, ain't no big deal. It's not a problem. It's just salt and it's just water. So we haven't got his weight to go back down the 2 pounds since then, but today he woke up 1.6 pounds lighter than he did last week.
We're pretty close.
Yeah, we're so close.
Yeah.
So I'd like to kind of go over that part a little bit because people have a skewed perception of how much they're supposed to lose in a period of time. So a healthy fat loss would be between 0 really, but if you're going to lose a little bit, then it's going to be about 0.5 pound to 2 pounds per week. That is healthy. If you are losing more than that, likely you're doing something very drastic, maybe a little bit on the unhealthy side, and you might want to take a step back. And that is different than losing the beginning water weight. So like he lost almost 6 pounds in the first week, but a lot of that was water. This second week, I truly believe that he's lost some body fat, but we don't really want it to be more than 2 pounds because we are doing it in the most healthy way. We know how he's eating plenty of food and really giving his body some great nutrients. So those are some of his numbers. I am super impressed with how well he's done, his mindset on things, but I'm not going to talk about it anymore. I'm going to go ahead and ask him some questions so that you guys can get it from his point of view. So, here we go. Okay, so how are you feeling now versus how you felt when you first got here with mentality?
So let's see. When I first got here, kind of feeling iffy about everything, wondering if I was going to be able to handle the food process, the workouts and what have you. But I put my mind to it and said I'm just going to do it and do whatever I'm asked. So yeah, it wasn't. I don't think I was 100% into it, but I was going to do it. And now is more. Definitely more positive. I can do it. I enjoy the food. I was pleasantly surprised about a lot of the food that I could eat. It's right up my alley. Might be easier for me than it is for other people, but it's you can be creative with it, and I'm really enjoying it because I like meat. But yeah, no, I'm very positive. Very going forward. I'm looking forward to working out. I not extremely excited about starting my own process at home. I guess I'd be a little nervous about that, but I'm going to stick to it because you don't do this much work and then quit.
So how are you feeling about your progress thus far, and where you thought you would be and where you truly are? Is there a difference, and how are you feeling in your current body?
Okay. Where I'm at right now, I feel very comfortable, but more comfortable than I've felt in months. I didn't think I'd probably feel this good by the time I left. I didn't know. I really didn't have a conception of where I would be. I was hoping for a positive result, but my muscles and stuff are very sore. They're a good sore. They feel like I've been working out, and I feel good, and I can puff out my chest and when I walk a little bit and feel like I'm sore, and I have deserved that soreness, and I feel good about it. So when I left, I didn't have a whole big concept. I just knew that I needed to get rid of some of the bad habitual processes that I was doing and elongate my life.
So what do you think the hardest thing will be about going back home and starting a new routine with a new diet, new exercise regimen, and having to go back to work?
Well, you just said all that. Pretty much all that will be the struggle or the process to get through. I'm flipping the script right here. I'm changing the way I do things. With this, I'm going to change the way I eat. I'm going to change the way I exercise. Oh, let's see, I don't exercise. So yeah, I'm going to exercise. So it's going to change everything. So yeah, I'm a little nervous about it, I got to say. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm concerned about how I'm going to accomplish all those things, and I think I'll start by writing all the things down, what I've learned, make a schedule for myself, so that I can put it on paper and see it and physically get into it, start making my macros out so that I can figure that all in. But I know that I also have a helping hand here that I can just call or video, text, whatever, to help me continue on. And I know that I'm not alone.
The next question. When you got here, you didn't really know a whole lot about keto. You didn't really look into it a lot before you got here, and our family is very much the same way. A lot of our friends, a lot of our family, they're all the same way. And I'd like to know an honest opinion of taking what you've learned and putting it into how you're going to go about kind of being surrounded by other people who may not want to live the same lifestyle, but still having to maintain yours and keep a positive perspective on what you're doing, even though there might be some negativity that comes from others.
That was a very good question, Crystal.
I get it a lot.
And thank you for asking. I have already created a mindset, and I wasn't going to do this. This wasn't part of my plan. But getting into this, seeing how healthy it is, and feeling the energy or the lack of laziness or blah has just. I want to share it. I want to share it with people because it makes a lot of sense how it works, and that we have all just been met with the American way and eat as much junk as you can. And even if you're not eating all the junk, you're still eating a lot of junk, a lot of sugar. The way we process, the way we eat, it's just how Americans do things, and it's basically the way our system is structured. So I'm very excited to let people know what I'm doing and how I'm doing it, and encourage them to do the same thing. Am I going to push it on them? No, it's their choice. It was my choice. Crystal and Robert have never pushed it on us. Obviously, I don't know that much about it. I didn't read the books. My wife read Robert's book, and I think she kind of understood it, but she explained things to me, and I didn't quite grasp the whole thing. But what they were doing, they were very healthy, obviously, and they were bodybuilding, and I thought that was great for them, when they first, told us about it and what have you. So, no, I didn't know all that much about it. I wasn't in a position where I really cared health-wise to do it myself. There had been a lot of things out there. I'm not a spring chicken, so they had the Atkins thing that didn't go so good, and so I don't know. There's a lot of different diets and things that go out there, so my mind is kind of shut off to all the diet stuff. So I don't consider this a diet, though. I consider this a way of life. This is a new beginning, a new way of life, and so I'm going to share it with whoever will listen.
I'm going to give you an opportunity to say any last things that you want to say to people, about the lifestyle change, about anything that you have to say, mindset, any bit of advice you want to give to someone who may be thinking about trying keto, or is in the same process as you, or has been doing it for a while, and just a reminder to them how great it was to transition. Whatever you want to say, this is your opportunity, and then I'm going to come sit with you.
Okay. All right. Well, first, I think I'd like to say thank you to all the people that have responded to this website thing, YouTube thing, and I appreciate it. I'm not a real big techie guy, so I don't know how it all works. But Crystal has explained to me that a lot of people responded, and she's read some of the responses, and I really appreciate it. And it did give me strength and a good feeling about what I was doing. So it does help. So keep encouraging people to keep on keeping on. That's the first I want to say. I want to say thank you to Crystal. She's pretty incredible. She's really smart with this stuff. They have really done their research, and it's incredible. I wish I would have listened before, because I had no idea her knowledge of all the stuff that she's doing. She's very knowledgeable in what she's doing. The fitness, the ketoism, the whole 9 yards. She knows what it's all about. They do their research, they do their study, and they do the work. Crystal and Robert, her husband, and I want to thank them for doing this for me and changing, the way I live, and I really appreciate it. I want to thank my wife because she has encouraged me for quite a while to do something. And so I'm doing something, and her encouragement is definitely a big plus, and she allowed me to go away for 3 weeks, and she's not the type of person that wants me away for 3 weeks, trust me. I have a faith in God, so I put that at the forefront, and so I believe that I can do it. I put my faith in Christ so that He can help me and give me encouragement to get through it, along with the scientific and physical ability of Crystal and Robert to teach me how all that works. So that's how I get through it and how I've gotten through it. Trust me, I'm going to be honest. I'm not usually dishonest. I'm pretty straightforward. And every day I woke up this morning and I didn't want to go in the workout room. I would have, if I could have, but I can't. I would have come up with an excuse of if I was that type of person, I didn't want to go in there and bust my butt and get all sore again. But I'll tell you what, when I get done, I feel energetic. Yeah, that's right. I feel sore, but I feel a sense of accomplishment, and that's what gets me back in there, is I know what the end result's going to be. So this end result that I'm looking for isn't to lose all my weight that I have in a matter of a week or a month. I want to do it right. I want to introduce the keto-ness into my body and make myself part of that, and then break that down as I build up with the, and I'm just using bands. I'm not using big weights or anything. I'm using the bands, but I feel a difference already. I feel a lot stronger. I feel like I move around, like I'm mobility. I'm doing jump rope, which I haven't done jump rope in a couple years.
Tell them how many jump ropes you just did today.
I did 50 today. I did 50 jump ropes.
I'm sorry. Right. He actually got 51.
51. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So, anyway, yeah, it's just a matter. I think it's a matter to put your mind to it. And do you want longevity? Do you want to keep living sluggishly, or do you want to get off your butt and get to it and do something? And that's probably the hardest thing to do, is decide that what you want, how you want it to go down. How do you want it, like at my age, how do I want it to go down? I want it to go down like I'm 40 when I'm 70. At this point, I'm ready for that. I want to come back here next year around this time and see what I look like with my shirt off, standing next to my daughter. That's right, because I'm not going to take it off for you now. No, I'm too fat. But it's going, and it's going to be gone. And we will definitely give you an update as we go along and through the process. I'm sure that Crystal will keep you up to date. I just wish you all the best. God bless you, and good night.
All right, so you heard it from Dad. He's feeling great. He's doing awesome. I'm super, super proud of him. I honestly, not a lot of my family watches all of our stuff regularly, but it's been really cool because a lot of them have been watching it because they'd rather watch my dad than me. I'm just kidding. But it is pretty cool because they're able to watch his journey on here as well and kind of feel a part of it and kind of maybe open up their mind to it as well. If you have someone that's interested in trying keto, feel free to show them these videos. Feel free to ask any questions. I'm still going to be in contact with him, clearly. So if you guys have questions, you can still message them in and I can ask him where he's at in the process and all that.
Absolutely. Love to help.
I'm going to go actually visit my family in about a month. So I will be doing a check-in on Dad. We might even have him back on the YouTube and see where he's at in about 4 weeks. We may or may not show you guys some progress pictures when I go out there. But I'd love to get him back on so you guys can kind of see his process and how everything has progressed and how everything's been since being home. But I'm really proud of him. I'm really proud of his mindset. I'm really proud of the fact that he came here and gave it everything and just said, tell me what to do, just tell me whatever and I'll do it, because he was ready to change his life. And I think that that is so empowering to a lot of people who maybe feel stuck and want a way out or want to do something different, or you've been in quarantine and you just want to break free. Well, now's your time, and I really hope that these videos were motivational for you to get off your butt and go do something. And yeah, so is there any last words? Oh, I also wanted to thank you guys for commenting and sharing so much love. That really meant the most to both of us. You guys know I love you guys like family, but now my family is able to see your guys' comments and see your positivity and see your love for us and our families. And it's really cool to see my other family members reading your comments and like understanding why we love you guys so much and why we say that in every single video, because you guys really truly are like family, and I'm so glad you have been able to share some of mine with you, my blood family, I guess. And yeah, so we will update you guys in about 4 weeks on how Dad's doing. My last couple words were gonna just be something along the lines of every transition takes time. You cannot expect for something to happen super quickly. You can't, and he came here not expecting that. He came here expecting the worst, hoping for the best, and just gonna continue on. His goal is not to change overnight, but to change his entire health, his body, and all of that over however long it takes, because his goal is health. It's not vanity. It's not anything else. It's just to be healthy. It's just to live this lifestyle continually without holdback. So it is really dang hot out here.
It's hot. It's really hot. We're out.
I don't know if you can see the glistening happening, but it is.
It's lovely. Yeah.
It is so hot. So we're going to end this video now. Thank you for being willing to share your story and your journey with everyone. I'm going to say that to him for you guys. And we'll see you in about a month.
All right. Love you.
Love you.
Thank you.
All right. Bye, guys.